All right, hello, my fellow investors. It's the Intelligent Investor here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a stock that pulled back, and I ended up jumping huge into it. Now, it's still at a price where you can still jump into it, so just have that in mind. But like I said before, every stock that I own, I've done extensive research. So as you see, all these stocks that I own here and in my main portfolio, I know pretty much everything about them. I know their profits, their losses, their future earnings, or I mean, not their future earnings, their future goals and what their earnings can be, all that good stuff. So, I mean, before you jump into any stock, make sure you know what you're getting into. Don't follow people's, style of investing. Everybody has to set up their own style of investing, and make sure that you're always doing extensive research and understanding everything yourself before you jump into anything. Now, the stock I'm going to be talking about is Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola had a great buying point at 49 this past week. It dropped down to 49 at its lowest point, and that's when I bought huge. I know that was a good opportunity. I knew that it was going to pull back because it had bad news, pretty much 3 days of cuts. And I know that seems like it's bad news that Coke is doing bad, but they aren't. They're doing these cuts because they're trimming out the fat of the company. So, I mean, they were doing business with third side companies or third companies. They weren't directly owned by Coca-Cola. So they cut that off. They're making savings. And this year, if they make profits, then they're going to be even more profitable because they cut out, or they trimmed that fat, that you can say, the unnecessary waste of money. Before, they were able to kind of waste a little bit of money and try things, but now they're playing it a bit safer, which means that this year they're going to be pretty profitable and they're going to have good income coming in. Now, Coca-Cola has increased their dividends for 50 plus years, and they did it again. Even though we had a pandemic, they still increased their dividend. So have that in mind, that this company is constantly going to be increasing their dividends, and they're just a giant company. So honestly, guys, this is probably one of the best stocks to actually jump into, especially right now. As you see, again, it had a pullback and it was close to 55 and it dropped down. As you see, it was actually doing pretty well until the pandemic hit and it came down. But honestly, Coke was still doing pretty decent, even though the pandemic hit. Again, people were still buying their products. So you have to understand that this company, honestly, it was the best. When it dropped here, I completely went crazy and bought a lot of it. So Coca-Cola is my biggest holding right now. And it's constantly going to be my biggest holding. At this price, it's still there. The target price for this is $60. It still needs to recover to that. And for me, anytime or anything under 53 is a huge buy opportunity for me. So again, it did have a huge pullback, and now it's starting to get back to that point. And like I said, it did have bad news these last 3 days, and people were, talking down on it. But honestly, they know what they're doing. They've been doing this for 100 plus years, and they've been very successful at what they've been doing. So the momentum is going to keep going, guys. Coca-Cola is still going to be a giant. It's not going to stop being a giant. And always have that in mind, that this is a stock that you want to own for the rest of your life. So for me, I'm loading up on it. I'm going to keep loading up on it until it hits 53. Whatever money I have, I'm going to start balancing my portfolio. So I'm just going to start selling off some other stocks and kind of jumping back into Coke, because honestly, this is just the stock to own at the moment. I know it's a boring stock. It doesn't move too much. It doesn't make you huge profits. But when this pays a dividend and you have a good amount of shares in it, long term, this is going to be the stock to own. So just keep that in mind, guys. But again, that's pretty much everything. If you guys like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, just let's talk about stocks if you want to. I'm free to talk about anything. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.